I don't want to be an influencer, actually. I don't. This is not for me to be an influencer, so not at all. But yeah, welcome to the channel. That's the intro. Welcome. Here we are.
I don't want to be an influencer.
I don't want to be an influencer. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to a week in the life at CIPS Landscaping. Yeah, that's it. That's all. The interesting part about this was the oldest, jankiest retaining wall ever that was in here, and she got quotes in the 6 figures to replace this wall. So we've come in here and we basically extended her entire backyard by 12.5 feet. This is a basalite retaining wall that we put in. We liked it because it's a near vertical up and down instead of a traditional alum block wall, which is a 6 degree setback. So we're putting in blocks here, and then we're putting in just a standard hog wire fence around it. And then eventually we're gonna grade this all out and put seed down, which is nice. So the bottom section of this, the customer just wanted mulch in there. It's really not gonna be used for anything. And then we just did a 2-tiered wall because of the height. There's Reese ripping the new SM100 we bought right before we started this job, which I don't know how we would have done it without it. So that's amazing. This was a little last minute addition, the rock wall that we put in there. That was never part of the project, but we had to put it in there because that fence is falling over. Final product, the fence is in. This was the customer's request of fence. They wanted something simple that they could see through, and really it's just to keep their dog from getting down to the lower level, which is not going to be used for anything. But due to budget constraints, this is as far as we could go out with the wall. So the bottom is just all done weed matting, and there's about 6 inches of bark mulch. And then it's a 2-tiered wall, so we didn't have to go through the building permit process. We built it 4 feet and then another 4 feet up, which is code in our area, which is cool. And then we used the Belgard stair treads to create the staircase going down, and then a blast rock retaining wall along the side. I think this thing turned out awesome. Like, honestly, I really wish we would have had a before picture of it, but this is one of the nicer projects we've done in the last little while. The stairs are awesome. It's funny because these stairs were a last minute addition. We were originally gonna build the stairs out of the same block that we built the wall out of, but because of this section right here, we couldn't put it over any further because that fence is gonna fall down. So we decided to put that rock wall in there, and then came up with the idea of using, cast pre-made stairs, which turned out a lot nicer than I anticipated it to. So this is a insurance project we worked on, very quick turnaround. The homeowner had a water main, water line break, and you can see the contractor came in, dug up the water line, put in a new water line, and left it kind of in a little bit of shambles, which is fine. So we were contracted to come in here and replace the area of turf that needed to be replaced. So it started with just replacing this water line area, and then we decided to replace some of the area which we're standing in right now. This is just a little decrepit. So guys came in, we tore it all up and replaced it, turned it around in a little over a day, which was nice. And then here's the after shot. So that little strip of soil that you see is just the transition between the new sod and the existing grass. So that's all been, it's all soil and sand compost mixed with seed, same seed that the turf is made out of. So it'll all grow in together eventually. There's Craig doing the finishing touches and wrapping it up. It looks awesome. We're finally getting the machines clean after we dug a foundation for a house, and the machines came back and they were absolutely caked in material. The downside to having a track machine, but nonetheless, there's Reese cleaning it all up, getting it ready for the next one. He's got like a 6-foot metal pry bar trying to get the dirt and debris out of the tracks. I'm actually surprised that they hauled it that way. Our transport company, normally they wouldn't haul it, but they were nice to us. So I decided to go get some fuel because this truck was running low on gas. So I'm like, okay, I'll just go. Peaceful day. Reese is driving my truck today because it doesn't matter why. We just had it in the shop and just spent $6,000 on it, and he drives it for 4 kilometers, and check engine light comes on, and it went into low power limp mode. So yeah, so we're gonna go figure out what's going on with that. And to top it all off, he put a nail in the tire. So yeah, let's go and figure out what's going on with that. Just fucking miserable. The whole reason he's driving that truck, which is the worst part, is that I want to sell that truck. So we put it in the shop to have it serviced, so it was ready to go for the new owner, and we needed another truck today. So I said, oh, Reese, just take my truck in. So it's just back from the shop. It's all good. It'll be fine. No issues. Well, I jinxed the hell out of that one. So now we have an issue. So yeah, we'll roll up there and see what's happening and check out this daycare project as well. So $6,000 on this truck. Oh yeah,
it was bubbling when the tire was wet.
But here, let's scan it and find out. I have a feeling it's turbo. How much do you want to bet it's the turbo? P0077. But that's what happened. Do you remember last year I had to replace the whole coolant tank because the sensor's in the bottom of the tank, and you can't replace just the sensor?
It was probably the same code.
It was probably the same code, but why it's coming up again, and I don't know what this P226C code is. That's probably the worrisome one. Yeah, turbo actuator code. But the actuator is brand new. I have never seen that before. The turbo actuator was $3,000, and I went to Nissan and they had it sitting on the shelf.
Yeah.
So you obviously know there's a problem, but we should, I should book it in to have it go back to the dealership, and because that'll be a warranted part.
Yeah.
Instead of.
I hope so.
Well, I hope so too. Okay. Well, maybe don't tow with it.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't.
Because if it goes in a low power, like limp mode, then you're not going anywhere.
Yeah, I'll swap it out with
Craig's truck. Yeah. Okay. Do you want to keep the scanner, or do you want to? I guess you don't need it. Did you get the concrete yet, or are you just working on the gravel?
Yeah, we already picked up the concrete. Craig's working on the forms, so.
Okay.
And then he'll get that in.
Cool. Well, let's go check it out. I want to see.
Yeah, there's not a ton left to do, so.
Well, that's good. That looks sweet.
I didn't know if she wanted it dug out and then put sand in, or is she building like a...
I don't think she knows what she wants to do with it yet. That's why I said if we just get that down below the cap, and then she can do whatever she wants to do with it after the fact. Right?
It'd be better to have it so that like you don't have like a 2-step up thing.
Absolutely,
right?
yeah. If it was just inset in it or 1 step up.
Yeah. So.
Okay. No, that looks sweet. That
would have to be like an after thing, because we gotta let this get off, and then take off the formwork and then get that out.
I've never seen these before. These rubber pavers.
Yeah.
It makes sense though for a daycare. Like, it'd be a lot nicer than falling on concrete.
Yeah.
Even though it's hard as a rock. But.
So I don't know what this rain is doing, but yeah.
Yeah.
So far it's okay.
We do. We have that tent.
Like we're shaded by the trees a little bit where we're at. So we could have this done before the kids. An hour.
An hour. Oh yeah. Well, yeah, because once you get going, like you have no choice. You have to go, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. I think I might bring that as close as I can to have the wheelbarrow in there and just dump it over, and then once it gets close, then I could just tip it over. Really.
This was an old, decrepit retaining wall that went around here. It was all wood, and yeah, so it's all out now. We're just pouring the foundation, or Craig's gonna pour the foundation base for the new shed that's going in. Easy peasy, done by the end of the day. Right, done by the end of the day? Yeah. Okay, let's get out of here. Thanks, Craig.
Lunchtime, bro.
Done by lunchtime. Chinese food for lunch then.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should do Indian. Indian?
Yeah.
I don't want to be part of this. Smash the like button, comment down below. Check us out next time.